Okay, you can begin.
All right, thank you. This is June 28, 2022. Madam Clerk, can we please call the Public Safety, Public Employees Committee into
Alderwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Davis, Alderman Cone,
Present.
Alderman Coder,
Here.
Alderwoman Spencer, Alderman Oldenburg,
Here.
Alderman Stevens,
Here.
Chairman Bosley.
Here.
5 present, you have quorum.
All right, thank you. So with this, we got a few board bills that we need to take care of. These are simply just pay bills, the ones that we did just a few weeks ago. My chairwoman would generally be the individual who takes care of these. I would have her be the chair person. So is there someone on the committee that would not mind being chair for the time while we knock out 59 and 58 and 59?
Sure, I can handle that, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you very much. Who's that? Was that Mr. Oldenburg?
Alderman Cone.
Alderman Cone. Okay, thank you. It didn't pop up. Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it. So I'll transfer chairmanship to Alderman Cone right now.
Okay. Madam Clerk, I think we actually have to take care of the meeting minutes that were on the agenda, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Is there a motion that we approve the meeting minutes from our previous meeting?
I so motion.
Second.
Okay, it's been motioned by the alderman from the 12th ward, seconded by the alderman from the 16th ward that we approve the meeting minutes from our previous meeting of the Public Employees Committee. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Chairwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Davis, Alderman Cone,
Aye.
Alderman Coder, Alderwoman Spencer, Alderman Oldenburg,
Aye.
Alderman Stevens,
Aye.
Chairman Bosley,
Aye.
Chairwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Davis, Alderman Coder,
Aye.
Alderwoman Spencer, 5 aye votes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. With that, we sustain the motion to approve the minutes from June 13th. First item on our agenda for today is Board Bill number 58. It's sponsored by Alderman Brandon Bosley. Alderman Bosley, would you like to present Board Bill number 58?
Thank you. Appreciate it. Board Bill 58, I believe this is for the parking division, correct, Madam Clerk?
The Treasurer's Office.
Treasurer's Office. So we got 2 of them that are directly impacted by the Treasurer's Office and the parking division, coming from the Treasurer's Office and the parking division. So what happened from the last board bills that we had, there were some discrepancies on exactly where the $3,000, the $2,000 bonus will be coming from. And the few different offices thought that they'd have to foot that bill. So after learning that the ARPA funds would be utilized to take care of that bonus, like the other different departments were being taken care of by the ARPA funds, the different entities now that we'll be going through today, which is the parking division, which is one of them, is looking to just ensure that their employees have the opportunity to receive those $2,000 also. And that is what this board bill does. It just goes back and add that $2,000 bonus into their budget there.
Thank you, Alderman. Questions from the committee? Alderwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Davis, Alderman Coder.
Aye.
No, it's questions, Alderman, if you have any questions.
No questions.
Okay, yeah. Alderwoman Spencer, Alderman Oldenburg.
No questions. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Alderman Stevens.
No questions. I'm likewise excited as the Alderman of the 7th to cast an aye vote in favor of this bill.
Fantastic. I do want to just make sure, Alderman Bosley, did we update the dates on this board bill to reflect the concurrent dates that we have on the other board bills?
All right, give me 1 second. I know there are some amendments to one of them. Give me just a minute here and make sure.
Or Madam Clerk, are you familiar with that?
I just put it in a chat. There are amendments in the drive.
It's
for
58 and 59.
Yes.
So we do need to adopt amendments for Board Bill 58 to make it consistent with the other board bills that we've passed.
We do.
Okay. Alderman Bosley, do you want to walk us through the amendments then for Board Bill 58?
Yeah, I will. And I'm sorry, I want to be as legal as I can as far as my camera being seen, but as soon as I pull it up here on my phone, it takes the video off. So if you can hear me or not see me, or if you require a certain thing, Mr. Chairman, I just want to put that out there. I'm not saying only because I'm pulling the documents up here in my email.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, ma'am.
I have the amendments before me if you wanted me to read them.
Yes, ma'am, please.
Amendment 1 to Board Bill 58, to amend said Board Bill, page 1, line 4 to page 1, line 5 as follows. Beginning on page 1, line 4, strike out the words "with the start of the first pay period following approval by the mayor," and insert in lieu thereof to read in words and figures as follows. June 19th, 2022.
Thank you.
Great. Madam Clerk, are there other amendments, or is this the only amendment for Board Bill 58?
I believe there are 4 amendments to Board Bill 58.
Okay, wonderful. Are there any questions from the committee on amendment number 1? If so, can you please raise your hand? Seeing nobody's hand raised, I'll entertain a motion that we adopt amendment number 1 to Board Bill 58.
I have a quick point of clarification very quickly, Alderman. Can I state my clarification?
Are you directing that to me or the sponsor of the bill?
No, to you as acting chairman. I apologize.
Mhm. Go ahead.
Thank you. Since these 4 amendments are solely to update the dates on them, are we able to make a sort of on-bank motion for amendments 1 through 4? Because this is mostly procedural and to bring it into to the correct timeline. Or do they have to be?
We have to handle amendments separately, but we can adopt them on voice vote or previous roll, but we need the first roll, or even now we can use previous roll, but we need a motion and a second on each of the amendments.
Okay, thus I would, thank you for the clarification. I'd like to motion that we adopt amendment number 1 to Board Bill 58 as presented.
Great. Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Previous roll.
Wonderful. It's been motioned by the Alderman from the 12th, seconded by the Alderman from the 3rd. There's been a request for previous roll. Is there any objection to previous roll? Hearing no objection to previous roll, Board Amendment number 1 passes. With respect to Board Bill number 58, we'll take up Amendment number 2. As mentioned, it's pertaining to the dates with respect to the effective dates for these changes in the Board Bill. Is there a motion on Amendment number 2?
I would like to motion that we adopt amendment number 2 to Board Bill 58.
Great. Is there a second?
Second. Previous row.
Great. So amendment number 2 was motioned by the Alderman from the 12th Ward, seconded by the Alderman from the 3rd Ward. There's been a call for previous roll. Is there an objection to previous roll? Hearing no objection, amendment number 2 passes or is adopted and amends Board Bill number 58. We'll take up amendment number 3. Again, just updating the Board Bill with respect to the dates pertaining to the payments within the bill.
I'd like to motion. Yeah, sorry. I would like to motion, Alderman Cone, that we adopt amendment number 3 to Board Bill 58.
Great. Is there a second?
Second. Previous row.
Great. It's been motioned by the Alderman from the 12th Ward, seconded by the Alderman from the 3rd Ward, and there's a request for previous roll. Is there any objection to previous roll? Hearing no objection to previous roll, amendment number 3 is adopted. There's a 4th amendment.
Yes, I would like to motion for the 4th Amendment to be adopted into Board Bill 58 as well and request previous roll.
Is there a second?
Second.
Great.
Previous
It's been, are there any, well, it's too late for questions at this point. There's a motion and a second. So we'll go ahead. Is there any objection to previous roll with the adoption of amendment number 4? Give it a little extra time since I didn't allow for questions.
Would you like me to withdraw my motion?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
So hearing no objections to previous roll, amendment number 4 is adopted. Okay, so we now have before us Board Bill number 58 as amended. Alderman, any further input or closing remarks for Board Bill number 58 as amended?
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate you all. I ask for your favor. Oh, we do have some speakers on Board Bill 58 and 59. My apologies, sir. They would like to testify.
Wonderful. Would you care to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Shirley Ruchik. I'm the Chief of Staff for the Treasurer's Office, and sitting next to me is former Alderman Frank Williamson. He's our board liaison.
Wonderful. Please
And
provide any feedback or comments that you have.
I just wanted to quickly point something out. Our current pay bill is from 2012. So in addition to these 3 amendments that we are proposing, I did do a couple other amendments that I want to make sure everybody is aware of prior to a vote. I've updated all the classification titles as indicated. Our last pay bill was from 2012, like 10 years ago. So I updated the class titles, removing titles that don't exist anymore, such as investment specialist, investment control accountant, and so on. So the class titles have been updated. Additionally, on page 5.
Not to cut you off. I'm so sorry. Can we swear them in, Mr. Chairman?
I
Please?
have a habit of not swearing in city employees. They have an oath to the city as an employee of the city already.
Okay. My apologies.
Thank you. The other thing I wanted to point out was on page 5, starting at line 18, I did include language similar to some of the other payroll ordinances that the compensation of the appointing authority may be annually increased in the same amount equal to the city employees pursuant to state statute 82, section 520.
Wonderful. Are there any questions of the speakers? Alderwoman Tyus, Alderwoman Davis, Alderman Coder, Alderwoman Spencer, Alderman Oldenburg?
No.
Alderman Stevens?
No.
Great. Are there any other speakers, Alderman Bosley, with respect to Board Bill 58 as amended?
I don't believe so.
Madam Clerk, do you see
If I
any on
may,
your end?
The treasurer is here.
Hey, everyone. Thank you so much.
My apologies.
Oh, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, Mr. Treasurer.
Okay, thank you. Just wanted to thank the alderman from the 3rd for sponsoring our board bills and the pay bills, just to make sure that we are, again, in line with what we're doing for our employees as well as the entire city. So we did not want to. We just wanted to make sure that our city employees our employees didn't get left behind as it relates to just making sure that everyone is on par with the changes and updates. And then, of course, as Shirley just said, since our pay bill hasn't been updated since 2012, we also saw it as an opportunity to get current. So we want to do that in one fell swoop. But other than that, I won't prolong this. Just wanted to thank you all for your time today as well.
Wonderful. Does anyone have any questions of the treasurer as it pertains to Board Bill 58 as amended? Hearing no questions, I will entertain a motion on Board Bill number 58 as amended.
I move we pass Board Bill 58 as amended out with a due pass recommendation.
I'll go
Second.
ahead and, okay, wonderful.
You can have it.
Previous round.
Sorry, my
Great.
phone.
Okay, so it's been motioned by the Alderman of the 3rd Ward that we do pass Board Bill 58 as amended out with the do pass recommendation. It's been seconded by the Alderman from the 12th Ward. There's been a call for previous roll. Is there any objection to previous roll? Hearing no objection to previous roll, Board Bill number 58 as amended passes out of committee with a do pass recommendation. Thank you, everyone from the Treasurer's Office. I think you're sticking around for one more board bill here, if I'm not mistaken. We're taking up Board Bill number 59 next. It's item number 2 on our agenda.
All right. Thank you very much. Board Bill 59 is once again the exact same thing. We need to change some of these dates to make sure that our employees are in line with the rest of the employees who be out here receiving the $2,000 bonus that ARPA funds are going to provide out here for the city employees. We have the same speakers that were here for the last board bill, if you'd like to hear from them. And if not, I asked Ms. Rogers Ms. Clerk to read the amendments.
Amendment number 1 to Board Bill 59. To amend said Board Bill, page 1, line 4 to page 1, line 5 as follows. Beginning on page 1, line 4, strike out the words "with the start of the first pay period following approval by the mayor," and insert in lieu thereof to read words and figures as follows: June 19th, 2022. Do you want me to go through all of them?
Thank you. If I can ask the members of the committee, Mr. Chairman, if they got any questions on that, we can go through and go ahead and adopt that amendment if possible.
Sure. I think let's go ahead and just have the clerk read all 4 amendments, and then we can handle them separately in terms of a vote, just so we don't have to have her continually popping back in and out.
Understood. Thank you.
Shall I
Madam,
proceed?
if you don't mind just reading the next few amendments as well.
I will. Amendment number 2 to Board Bill 59 to amend said Board Bill, page 7, line 3 to page 7, line 3 as follows. Beginning on page 7, line 3, strike out the words July 1st, 2022, and insert in lieu thereof to read in words and figures as follows: June 19th, 2022. Amendment, I'm sorry.
Great, thank you. Amendment number 3 as well.
Amendment number 3 to Board Bill 59 to amend said Board Bill, page 7, line 6 to page 7, line 6 as follows. Beginning on page 7, line 6, strike out the words July 1st, 2022, and insert in lieu thereof to read in words and figures as follows: June 19th, 2022. Amendment number 4 to Board Bill number 59 to amend said Board Bill, page 7, line 5 to page 7, line 5 as follows. Beginning on page 7, line 5, strike out the punctuation. And it's a quotation, it's a period. And insert in lieu thereof to read figures and words as follows: effective June 3rd, 2022.
Great. Thank you, Madam Clerk. We'll go ahead and just take them up separately in terms of a vote here. As noted by the clerk, they're all similar in nature. I'll entertain a motion on adoption of amendment number 1 to Board Bill 59.
I move that we adopt amendment number 1 to Board Bill 59.
Second, previous roll.
Previous round.
Okay, it's been moved by the Alderman of the 3rd Ward, seconded by the Alderman of the 12th Ward, that we adopt amendment number 1 to Board Bill number 51. There's been a call for previous roll. Is there any objection to
Board Bill
Alderman?
59. That's all.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Amendment number 1 to Board Bill number 59. There's been a call for previous roll. Is there any objection to previous roll? Hearing no objection to previous roll, amendment number 1 is adopted to board bill number 59. So we'll take up amendment number 2 to board bill number 59 as amended. Is there a motion on amendment number 2?
I move we adopt board bill. I move we adopt amendment number 2 to board bill 59.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by the alderman from the 3rd ward, seconded by the alderman of the 12th ward that we adopt amendment number 2 to board bill number 59 as amended. There's been a call for previous roll. Is there any objection to previous roll? Hearing no objection to previous roll, amendment number 2 to board bill number 59 as amended is adopted. Are there any motions on amendment number 3?
I move that we adopt amendment number 3 to board bill 59.
Second.
Previous roll.
Okay, so it's been moved by the alderman of the 3rd ward that we adopt amendment number 3 to board bill number 59 as amended. It's been seconded by the alderman from the 12th ward. It's been a call for previous roll. Is there any objection to previous roll? Hearing no objection to previous roll, amendment number 3 is adopted to board bill number 59 as amended. We'll take up amendment number 4. Are there any questions? Hearing no questions, I'll entertain a motion on amendment number 4.
I move we adopt amendment number 4 to board bill 59.
Is there a second?
Yes, sorry, second.
Previous roll. Thank you.
Great. It's been moved by the alderman from the 3rd ward, seconded by the alderman of the 12th ward that we adopt amendment number 4 to board bill number 59 as amended. There's been a call for previous roll. Is there any objection to previous roll? Hearing no objection to previous roll, amendment number 4 is adopted to board bill number 59 as amended. Okay, so before us, we have all of the amended board bill 59 before us. Does anyone from the treasurer's office have any comments on board bill number 59?
Yes, thank you. I just wanted to, again, let you all know that I did update the class titles. The current ordinance 69-196 contains positions that were outsourced in 2009. So just updated the titles to reflect our current staffing. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Mr. Treasurer?
No comments other than ones I already made, but thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay. Without any further discussion, I'll entertain a motion on board bill number 59 as amended.
I move we pass board bill 59 as amended out with a due pass recommendation.
I second the motion.
Previous roll.
Okay, it's been moved that we pass board bill 59 as amended out of committee with a due pass recommendation by the alderman from the 3rd ward. It's been seconded by the alderman from the 12th ward. There's been a motion for previous roll. Is there any objection to previous roll? Hearing no objection to previous roll, board bill number 59 as amended passes out of committee with a due pass recommendation. Next on the agenda is board bill number 63.
All right, board bill number 63, I believe is pertaining to the license, not the license collector. This is, 1 second, license collector. This is for Mavis Thompson. It's not the collector of revenue.
Madam Clerk, would you mind reading the summary for board bill number 63?
Board bill 63 introduced by Alderman Brandon Bosley. This board bill repeals ordinance number 68706 relating to the appointment of rate of compensation to certain employees of the license collector of the city of St. Louis and acting in lieu thereof, a new ordinance dealing with the same subject matter and containing an emergency clause.
Great. Thank you, Madam
All right,
Clerk.
thank
So
you.
this is the board bill pertaining to compensation, the pay bill for the license collector's office, Alderman.
Thank you. Appreciate it. As you all know, we've been doing a lot of these bills. They are going back to back, 63, 64, 65, 60, 59, 58, millions of them. So I mean, not millions, but definitely a few of them. So once again, I appreciate you all sticking with us and working hard to make sure that our employees get the compensation that they deserve, and we finally have a little bit of money to be able to give to them. This is once again just in line with the last board bills that we just passed, making sure that the employees can receive that bonus that they have worked hard for and deserve. And once again, it's coming from the ARPA funds and not through our regular budget the way that it would normally happen. So the reason why it's not in the same form, as the reason was not presented a week ago in the exact same form the other ones were, is the same reason why this one was not, because different departments will work and ensure that their budget can handle it. So with that being said, Mr. Chairman, I will yield for any questions from the committee members or speakers.
Sure. Are there any questions from the committee of the alderman from the 3rd? I'm not seeing any hands raised. I'm not hearing any voices raised. Is there anyone here to discuss or speak for or against Board Bill number 63? Madam Clerk, I'm going to have to rely on you for anyone who's registered.
Yes, this is Lee from the License Inspector's Office.
Mr. Goodman, good afternoon. Do you have anything that you would like to speak to with respect to Board Bill number 63?
Yes, on behalf of Mavis Thompson, the license collector, just wanted to thank this committee for its due diligence and affording us a second bite at the apple to make sure our people was on board with this very well-deserved compensation. Thank the chair of this committee and thank all of you guys for staying with us and pulling us along. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Goodman. Madam Clerk, are there any amendments for Board Bill number 63?
No, sir.
Great. Alderman from the 3rd, you're recognized to close on the Board Bill number 63.
All right, thank you, sir. I renew my motion, and I ask for favorable consideration on Board Bill 43.
I don't think that there's actually a motion before us for passage of 63, so I'll entertain a motion with respect to Board Bill number 63.
I move that we pass Board Bill 63 out with a due pass recommendation.
I second that.
Previous row.
All right, so there's been a motion that we pass Board Bill 63 out with a due pass recommendation from the Alderman of the 3rd Ward. There's been a second from the Alderman of the 12th Ward. There's been a call for previous roll. Is there any objection to previous roll? Hearing no objection to previous roll, Board Bill number 63 passes out of committee with a due pass recommendation. I believe that concludes all of the items that are on the agenda. I will pass the chairmanship back to Alderman Bosley.
All right. Well, thank you, Assistant Chairman. Excellent job. I really appreciate it. Thank you all very much. Excellent job to the committee. I appreciate you all standing strong with us while we try to figure this thing out for the city of St. Louis. Our employees will be very, very happy once all of these things are done and we finally start seeing people getting those checks and getting those bonuses. So once again, I appreciate you all. Thank you to all of the different departments that have worked to ensure the employees got those funding sources also. Thank you for all your diligent work, and a special thank you to the clerk and every single employee working in the Board of Aldermen. You all wear many, many hats, and there are a lot of information that comes in that is not right, and you all make sure that you all get it right, even in the midst of all of the chaos. So thank you all very much. So with those things being said, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting.
So moved.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn in the further notice. Thank you all very much for your time. Peace and blessings to everybody. Peace.